Welcome to the JuggalettersRUs. This is our show.
The Juggalo Family Vloggers.
We're here with a short little intro. This is a video how to properly open and tips on how to put your record in the case so that you can best store it without it getting less chance of getting scratched or cracked. Okay, we're gonna pull up a record. This is my record, my Pat Benatar record. As for an example, when you pull it out, open it. Most records you pull the sleeve out.
Which that
Don't store it like this. Don't store it like this.
Because that was on the side.
Okay, don't store it like this. This is wrong. I don't know why. I used to do this because I like it easier to get out. But pull it by the very, very tip. Do not pull it by the grooves. Make sure you don't touch the grooves, and then hold it like this. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Always hold it like this and set it down on your record player gently. Okay. Now take it out and put it back in your sleeve like so. Do not let it drop. If you let it drop, it'll rip the bottom of it, and then it'll fall through the bottom.
Sleeve, not...
It'll rip this paper. Set it down in there gently like I just did.
Which I've also gotten a tip for it because I was actually watching Vinyl Eyes a couple weeks ago.
Make sure you put it in there like this. This is the case, okay? Make sure you put it in there so this is not towards the outside, because make it sure, put that part on the top. If you do that, then you have less chance of holding it like this and having it completely fall out. If I would have put that upside down like this now, that it's like that, it won't fall out. But if you have it where it's open like that, doink, and then your record goes doink, and then guess what happens? Now always, most of the time it won't hurt it, but sometimes it'll scratch it or crack it, depending on how it hits.
And I've got a tip here.
This is the sleeve that came with it from a special store that I bought it at. So I'm going to put this back on there so it protects the cover.
Which I've got a tip also.
Sure.
Which I've actually just learned this by watching the Vinyl Eyes.
I love... Oh, if you want more tips on records and record using, definitely check that channel out. It's Vinyl Eyes with a Z.
Which has actually helped me out.
I love that channel.
when you open a brand new album...
Keep that plastic in there.
Nope. You kind of want to actually clean the record first, because sometimes
There'll be paper in it.
there will be paper in the grooves.
The little paper. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. My Day to Remember album, Homesick, had little paper pieces on it, and I couldn't blow them off. You have to clean them off, so I had to clean them off. Get one of these. This is my best disc washer for records. It's a D4 system. Okay, I'm going to show you what each piece is for. This little piece here is to clean this brush. I'm going to show you. I'm going to pull it out of here now. Is to clean this brush. After you clean the record, you swipe this down, and it will pull all the lint and hair and dirt off it. So the next time you clean it, there's not that dirt to scratch up your other record. This, you put a few drops here. I usually put a few drops on the record. And then just swirl it around in the same direction the grooves go. Don't go against the grooves like up and down. Go straight around. And that just fell out. Okay, you put this back in there. And then you just I'm dropping stuff. Sorry about that. And just set that down in there, and it'll just stay pretty good. Then you just set it back in here. I set it to where the fabric part is on the bottom so that it keeps the dust off it. And then I put the top back on it. But this, if you can get one of these, this is a must.
Yes.
Put in your records. It will keep you so clean.
Which you can probably find those at any record shop. If you
get a used record and it's kind of a little bit dirty, but it doesn't look scratched up, you do use this and it'll pretty much be amazing. I've got a Frank Sinatra record that I needed this. If you don't have one of those, get one of those terry cloth cloths. No, actually, better yet, water and soap. Just water and soap, and then put the record on like a towel, and let it dry. And once it's dry, pick it up and then play it. Let it dry. Just pat it dry. Don't go around and rub it. Just pat it like this, real gently, and get
It'll
the excess
scratch
water.
the grooves if you do.
Don't and let it sit. That's what you do if you don't have this. That's what I did. Do you use gentle dish soap or gentle hand soap? Don't use any really harsh soap that has any kind of scrubby things in it, because it'll scratch the record. Just use gentle like dish soap. That's all I use. Better yet, use baby shampoo. It's very gentle. It won't scratch it. Just gently wipe it around the grooves like this, in the direction the grooves go. Don't go like this. Then just rinse it off, and all that dirt will come off. And then once it's dry, don't play it until it's completely dry. And then once it's completely dry, your record will sound really good, and it won't be all dirty. And you won't get that gritty sound.
Yep.
I just wanted to give you these tips because we haven't really done a tip video like this. And if you want more tips on vinyl and using vinyl and collecting vinyl, one tip I got is if you're going to pay $20 or $19 or a lot of money or $30 for a record, make sure it's a record that you feel is worth that money. This is my tip. Make sure it's an album
Make sure it's always something you always
actually
wanted.
really love, and you love every song on it, and it's gonna be worth it. An example of an album that I love like that, but I didn't pay a lot of money for it, but this is an example, is this record right here.
And also,
actually, that's not even a good example. My good example is my Day to Remember album, Bad Vibrations. I used to listen to that on iTunes all the time. I knew I loved it, so that's why I bought it. That's its prime example. Those aren't a good example because those were cheap.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm talking about an expensive album.
I've actually spent 20 to 25 on
the most
albums.
Okay, one album I spent $22 on, or $23, is My Chemical Romance's Greatest Hits, May Death Never Stop You, and that was worth it. And I love every song on it, and I listen to it a lot. And I know I'll listen to it a lot again, because I keep going back to it. I'll go in spurts where I don't listen to it, and then I'll just go in spurts where I listen to it like all the time. So remember to pay attention and make sure you're not overpaying for a record that's overproduced. Like going and buying a Taylor Swift record. Look elsewhere for it first.
I was going to say, and also, if you're into bands that have limited pressings, and you love that band, just go buy it. Don't worry about the price.
If you know, okay, here's what you need to know about limited edition records. If you don't hear about them until it's too late to buy them, don't go wasting, don't go buying it for super expensive. If you hear your band's coming out with their vinyl and you know it's going to be a limited edition record, and you really want it, save your money and go buy it before it's too late to buy it.
I'm not even saying...
Before you regret not getting it. If it's something that you really want, go buy it if you got the money. When you got the money for it, as soon as possible, before it's gone, if it's on their website, and that's the only place you can buy it, hurry up and buy it before it's gone. Once it's gone, it's gone. And if you find it in a record store, you're probably going to pay a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
And it's probably going to be used, and you can't guarantee it's not got something wrong with it.
Because right now, vinyl collecting is hot.
Just remember to be smart with your money, and only buy an expensive album if you really know you really want it and you really are going to listen to it.
Exactly.
Make sure you're not wasting your money, because vinyl is expensive, and if you get records and you end up not liking them, you're going to be pissed that you spent your money and now you ain't got nothing to listen to because you don't like what you have. I only buy albums that I know I like because it means something to me. If I can get an album that I'm iffy about for like $1, I'll buy it. If it's an album that's expensive and I know not iffy about it, I won't buy it. But that being said, vinyl is really great, but it can be an expensive hobby. And if you're not ready for that expense and don't have that kind of money to spend.
And also another tip I have, when you hear about a place having a record store or a music store that is having a going out of business sale, always check.
If you can get there and check, go. You can't always get there, but the best place to buy vinyl, the best way to buy vinyl is to get Amazon Prime, if you can afford it, and buy your vinyl online, because you will save yourself so much money.
Or if you have the money to actually drive out to your local mall and you find out they're having a record store.
Most malls don't have a record store anymore.
Which, if they do have a record store, go check it out. That if it's going out of business.
If there's a cool record store around your place, go check it out. They might have a better deal than if you went to like Barnes and Noble or FYE. But FYE around here just went out of business, so we can't go there anymore. It's off the table. I never really bought any vinyl from there because it was way. This is the reason why I think that one went out of. They had their records really expensive.
Well, it wasn't that. It was more the fact
they didn't have anything good.
That they were going out of business either way.
So, that being said, Amazon is a good place to buy vinyl if you want to find it, because you can search.
Or new.
Make sure you check. Make sure you search. Okay, here's how to search on Amazon for your best way to find vinyl sold by Amazon for the cheapest amount, because they will always show you the most expensive if you just search by that artist and vinyl. But they will never show you the cheapest one because they want you to pay them more money. That's where they get you. They'll have half of what they are selling for cheaper in another post. So you go on there and you search for that particular album title. Like, say, I wanted The Killer's Hot Fuzz, so I just searched for The Killer's Hot Fudge, and I found Fuzz, and I found it for less than $20.
Sorry,
and
I'm laughing at her.
Like Bad Vibrations with like 30 when I first searched, just for a day to remember. But when I searched again with Bad Vibrations, I found it for $18.99. That is the best deal. That's how you find the cheaper ones. So remember that when you're searching for records on Amazon.
Which I also bought her copy and myself.
He bought me.
Bring Me the Horizons.
He bought it for the cheapest he could buy. Bring Me the Horizons. That is one of my favorite records right now. That has been spun so much since Christmas. And the song Drowned is becoming one of my favorite songs off that album. And I started singing it at karaoke. I love it so much. So, remember, if an album's going to have your favorite songs on it, and you know you love that album, and you've heard it, you were listening to it a lot on like a site that you can, like a music app.
Music streaming site.
Music streaming app.
Bandcamp, Spotify, any of those.
If you know that you're listening to it a lot on there, and you really like it,
you might as well buy it.
It'll be worth it to buy it on vinyl if you feel like it's worth that much money. If it's something you know you love, give it the money. If you feel like it's just don't buy it, because you're probably not going to listen to it if you're just okay about it. If it's something you're passionate about, give it a go. I feel physical. I feel like, here's my reasoning for buying physical. If it's a band I really, really like, I want to support them by buying their full album on vinyl. I don't like CDs because their packaging is...
But
records have this beautiful cover.